Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today we will be doing a set on the practice hand, and for the nail tips I will be using the KAIROSE Nail Supply 3XL No Secret Square Tips. I do have our link down below if you're interested in any of our products, and to glue down those nail tips I will be using this MEC nail glue. So what I typically like to do when measuring out like nail tips and everything like that is I like to make sure they fit nicely sidewall to sidewall, and once I get that nicely measured out, I then go ahead and start gluing them all down. So for today's length, I was kind of going for like a medium long length, so I do have about 5 magnets on my nail tip cutter, and I'm just trimming down all the nail tips. And then very quickly, I'm just taking my 100 grit hand file and shaping up the sidewalls to make sure that is nice and flush, and I do like to blend in the nail tip as well when doing this step. So for today's acrylic, I am using Pure Ivory. This is from our Bear With Me collection. It's a very beautiful like milky white with some shimmer in it. I didn't absolutely need to use this color because I did pretty much cover up the entire nail on all these, but I did use this as the base, so I highly recommend this one though. It's very beautiful. So like I said, I am using this acrylic powder on all the nails. So what I did is I started off with a medium-sized bead of acrylic and applied it where the nail tip and the natural nail meet. And I just started gently patting it down towards the free edge, making sure to wipe down the sidewalls to keep a nice square shape. And I'm also making sure to get any excess acrylic off the nail that I absolutely do not need right there. And then next I'm going in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic, and this will be like our cuticle bead and everything like that. So once I get that nicely placed above the previous bead we placed, I do go ahead and use the tip of my brush and just gently push it up towards the cuticle area, and once that's nice and situated, I will go ahead and start blending the rest of that acrylic down with the previous bead. So I will go ahead and just let you guys watch the rest of the application play out, and I will come back in once it's time to shape and file these nails. So this is what our application is looking like, and as you can see here, the acrylic did not yellow at all. So that's one thing I love about our acrylics, is none of them yellow, especially the clear acrylic, the white acrylic, none of them do. So getting into our filing, I am just using this fine 5-in-1 tapered gel bit and going around the cuticle area just to make sure that is nice and flush. And for reference, I do have my gel at the speed of 9,000 RPMs when doing any finish filing using my e-file. Next, I'm going in with this fine grit sanding band from Nails and Blinks and going around that cuticle area just once more, and then I do like to work that over the surface of the nail as well, just to smooth it out from the acrylic application. Taking that same 100 grit hand file and going back in and shaping up the sidewalls to make sure that is nice and flush, along with getting underneath the nail to get any acrylic that might have spilled over when doing the application. And then later on you will see me flip the hand over and file the free edge to make sure that is nice and straight as well. And then lastly, I'm just taking this buffer, since we will be doing some nail art. I want to make sure I have a nice smooth surface for that. So these are what the nails are looking like after everything's been shaped and filed and cleaned off. So let's get into everything we need for our nail art. So I will be using Classic White from KAIROSE Nail Supply, along with this color called Aquaholic from Madame Glam. I will be also using these little pearls along with this Beetles rhinestone glue for some 3D nail art. And then I will be using this very beautiful iridescent chrome powder as well. So getting into it, I'm just taking this Brilliant Noir top coat and applying that onto the pinky and the index finger, and this will be the base for our chrome powder to adhere to. So after I'm done applying it, I do like to wipe down the sidewalls to keep the nice square shape, and then I do cure for only 30 seconds. So like I said, I'm taking that iridescent chrome powder and applying that to the index finger and the pinky nail, and here you can just see how beautiful it is. I highly recommend these. If I remember, I will leave them linked down below. I did get this off of Amazon. If I do forget, go ahead and just comment down below if you're interested in these chrome powders, and I will reply with the link for those. So if you've seen by the thumbnail, we will be doing those trendy seashell nails. So I did do the middle finger off camera because I was struggling so hard when doing it, and I feel like I was just overthinking the entire design. But this is the design I came out with, so we're just going to go ahead and do that on the ring finger. So here I'm just taking the Classic White gel polish from KAIROSE Nail Supply and applying it over the entire surface of the nail, making sure not to cure this because you do need the wet surface for the colors to blend perfectly for that seashell effect. So to create the lines, I am just using this 12mm liner brush along with that like aqua type of color from Madame Glam, and just doing these little like swiggly type of lines, I guess. I don't really know how you'd explain it, but having them evenly spaced out. And then I am going in with a 20mm liner brush and just dragging the lines upwards towards the cuticle area, and this will kind of create that nice effect. And then once I get all the lines situated how I like it, I will go ahead and wipe down the sidewalls and then go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. So this next part was kind of a struggle for me. Not really the index finger and the pinky nail, it was more so the two middle nails. So what I'm doing here for the index finger, I am just taking that rhinestone glue and creating some 3D lines, kind of curving towards the right side of the nail. And then I will go ahead and do the same exact thing to the pinky nail, but go in the opposite way. And I am also flash curing these in between each nail, so that way they do not get messed up when doing the next nail. So this is the part I was struggling at. I, for some reason, just could not do the 3D lines perfectly to kind of create that nice shell effect on these two nails. But I kept it in anyways and just went with it. So I'm just taking a big like part of that rhinestone glue, I guess, and kind of making sure it's all blobbed up at the end of it and just dragging it towards the cuticle area to kind of create a nice thin line. I'm not really good at explaining things, but I hope just by you watching it really does help. So yeah, I will go ahead and just let you guys watch the rest of this play out, and I'll come back in just a little bit. So after I'm done doing this nail here, I do go ahead and flash cure, and then I do a second layer of all the rhinestone glue on all the nails, and this is how they turned out. I did go ahead and cure them in the light for a full 30 seconds afterwards. So next I'm taking this tiny like micarta rhinestone stick glue and applying that onto the nail where I'm going to be putting the pearls. So I guess I forgot to record the index nail, so you don't really see me doing that, but like I said, I do the exact same thing on the pinky nail. So getting into the middle finger here, I'm just applying a little bit towards the cuticle area and just applying a little bit of pearls and then flash curing that and doing the same exact thing on the ring finger as well. And I'm not doing the same exact design pearl placement. I'm not doing the same exact thing on the ring finger. I'm just putting some bigger pearls and smaller pearls on the nail and then flash curing. And then here for the pinky nail, I'm just applying it more on the left side of the nail, and then once I'm done with this, I do go ahead and flash cure and then put it in the light for a full 30 seconds just to make sure everything is nice and fully cured. This is what the nail set is looking like after all the nail art's been completely done. So now it is time to top coat, and I am using the classic diamond gel top coat from KAIROSE Nail Supply. When top coating any nails that have some 3D nail art like this, you want to make sure to apply it nice and thin, otherwise it will be taking away from that 3D like nail art. So like I said, just keep in mind to apply a very thin layer, otherwise you will be taking away from the 3D-ness of the nail art. After I'm done applying the top coat to all the nails, I do go ahead and wipe down the sidewalls to keep the nice shape we do have and cure for a full 60 seconds with the nail lamp. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!